The Fulbright Specialist in Music, Performing Arts, and Visual Arts is modeled after the Fulbright Specialist Program, which pairs highly qualified U.S. academics and professionals with Austrian host institutions to share their expertise, strengthen institutional ties, gain international experience, and learn about Austrian culture while building capacity at their Austrian host institution. This new grant was first awarded in the 2025-26 program year, and we sat down with Patricia Lambert, the first recipient of the award, to talk about her experience. Patricia spent 4 weeks in Vienna as a Fulbright specialist working on her project at the University of Music and Performing Arts Vienna.
It's my great honor to be the first U.S. Fulbright Specialist in Music, Performing Arts, and Visual Arts here in Vienna, Austria. I am here for 1 month as a guest professor with the Institute for Kulturmanagement at the University of Music and Performing Arts. And in that time period of 1 month, I've done a range of different activities, starting with working with students in guest presentations in classes, a significant amount of PhD advising. For the Institute as a whole, I was able to do a curricular development workshop and prepare a report for them. I was also able to participate in their 50th anniversary celebratory events, which was really fantastic. And then at the university level, I was able to participate in an alliance of 7 universities and conservatories across Europe by giving a presentation to them on my area of expertise in arts and health. And I was also able to partner with Arts for Health Austria and giving a public presentation here in Vienna, also connecting to the work that's being done at the EU level. So in short, it's a 1 month intensive stay at an academic institution where I was working with students, with the institution, the academic institution, and also working with the public and at the EU level in fostering field development.
For many, the combination of healthcare and the arts might sound like an uncommon mix of disciplines, yet new opportunities arise out of this intersection that can expand our notions of healing and innovation.
The field of arts and health is a rapidly growing field both in North America and in Europe. It's a field where artists of all kinds and researchers and administrators are purposefully using the arts to enhance health and well-being outcomes in a whole array of different settings, like healthcare institutions, hospitals and hospices, and so on, also in community settings and in public health. It's a rapidly growing field where there are a lot of opportunities for artists and administrators to really combine these fields of arts and health in very innovative and productive ways.
Both the arts and healthcare are topics of interest in many countries and on a variety of campuses. But for Patricia, Austria and the University of Music and Performing Arts Vienna played a special role in her project.
Well, the Institute for Kulturmanagement at the University of Music and Performing Arts has a number of students who are actively researching and exploring and talking about their interest in developing programs that are focused on health and well-being for arts institutions and also in a whole array of different healthcare contexts. So it's already a field of great interest for the administrators, and there's an urgent need for developing the skills and competencies to design and develop and implement and evaluate these kinds of programs. And so we began a conversation some time ago about their interest in developing curricular approaches to advance this field. In addition, at the University of Music and Performing Arts, we find a lot of students, a lot of young musicians in particular, who are thinking about their portfolio careers. That is, all of the things that they can do beyond actual performance as a musician. And it's a really exciting and innovative field to use the arts as a service to support health and well-being. And it's something that a lot of students are interested in and will likely be very interested in the future.
At the end of her grants period, Patricia came away with insights into the potential impact her project could have on life in Austria and the US.
Well, because this is such a growing and important field, this intersection of arts and health, I think that there are immediate impacts that will be seen by an increased focus through Arts for Health Austria and that professional network, connecting with the European Union entities that are engaged in this field. Uh, Definitely an awareness. So the first step is always developing awareness of a field and of opportunities and of beginning to have those information exchanges and collaboration and partnership opportunities. So there are likely a lot of short term small steps that will be taken here in Austria, but those connect to a much bigger landscape of what's going on across Europe and across the United States. And I feel that in this month, I was able to forge a lot of those connections between people who are really focused on field development for the years to come.
The Specialist Award is given for a period of 2 to 6 weeks. Though it's given for a short period of time, the grant nevertheless allows recipients to engage with Austrian culture.
Vienna is a musician's paradise. I don't think there's any other city in the world, honestly, where you have the persistent quality and quantity of performances that you can attend, museums of all kinds, heritage sites, cultural sites of all kinds, and all of that is available to you. I have to admit that I've been going to concerts, kind of rotating between the Musikverein, the Konzerthaus, Staatsoper, Volksoper, and also discovered that there are now a lot of churches that have really interesting music performances, chamber music performances. So I've been alternating between these pretty much every night, and then squeezing in museums as I'm able between my professional commitments. So it's very easy and it's just a paradise to come here for the quality and the quantity of cultural offerings. And I'll never forget it. It's just been wonderful.
As the first recipient of this award, Patricia is just the right person to give advice to future applicants and recipients.
It's an unusual Fulbright Award in that it's 2 to 6 weeks. And so that's a very intensive, short time. You can do a lot. You can achieve a lot of goals in that period of time with your project partners locally, but it all is contingent upon a significant amount of advance work. You really need to hit the ground running here. It helps if you already have some familiarity with your host site, with your city, if you speak the language to some extent at least. Above all, to have plenty of advance time because you really don't have time upon your arrival to ramp up slowly. You need to hit the ground running. So that would be my one piece of advice.